What's up, folks? How goes it? It was a pretty big day for a lot of us horror fans. I mean, I'll say this: it continues tonight too. Like it's not even over. So obviously, what I'm doing the video for the big news of the day thus far, definitely the Scream trailer. Obviously, that's why we're gathered here today, right, folks? Um, but like I said, it continues on tonight because after I'm done with this stream, I know a lot of other people are probably going to be tuning in as well who watch this channel. And tonight's the very first night for the Chucky TV series over on USA and Sci-Fi. I don't exactly know why they're showing uh, the show on both channels. News to me. Um, but yeah, that's gonna be going down tonight, 10 o'clock. So yeah, we definitely won't be here that long at all because I've got some plans. Definitely looking forward to that show as well. So but you know, on to the news of the hour, so to speak, the Scream trailer. So we found out it's been a while now. I think the earliest news for this movie dropped in November of 2019. So it's been a long time coming that we really honestly know anything about the film. There was a small plot synopsis given that was very vague. Um, and a lot of things have pretty much been question marks that the fandom have been trying to fill in. Well, now with the trailer, we get our first official look at the movie. We get an idea of what this movie is actually going to be about. And I gotta say, I'm very, very pleased with this trailer. I know that there's more than likely going to be more. Um, Typically these days, there's gonna be obviously TV spots, little short, you know, trailerettes, I guess, so to speak. You're gonna have a bunch of those floating around. You've got this trailer. There's more than likely going to be a second trailer as well. Um, So I'm just going to give fair warning going into this. Look, there are a lot of people saying that this trailer gives away too much, but being someone who has watched these movies pretty much my entire life and being around to see at least the trailers and pay attention to those for 2 and onward, I really gotta tell you, I think we're being misled and misdirected a lot in this trailer. I think there are a lot of things that were given to us in this trailer that people have interpreted in obvious ways. I'll say that, especially if you're a fan of the franchise. But I feel like there's a lot of misdirection in this trailer. So I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna frequently stop, trust me, because Paramount is probably just waiting to copyright this video. I'm going to try to avoid that as best I can. So I will be stopping and starting a lot, talking about what's going on, and there are a lot of quick cuts in in this trailer too. So I'm going to do my best to get through as much as I can. I've watched it probably like 40 times already today, so I've already began to overanalyze it. And I say all that to say this: what take what I have to say with a grain of salt. Like I said, I think we're being misled and misdirected in this trailer quite a lot. Um, but yeah, I guess we'll see. Before I get into it, what's up, everyone who's already here? I see Fit, I see Stang, I see Reaper, I see Frank. See a lot of you have already turned up. That's awesome. Like I said, I don't really stream live stream a lot on this channel, so it's something I'm trying to do a little bit more. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, folks. All right. So, I guess that's about it as far as you know, getting into this thing. As always, folks, super chats and memberships are on. You totally up to your discretion. Let's jump into this thing, folks. All right. So first off the bat, we were like I said, we weren't given a whole lot previous to this trailer, but what I will say is that at least gave us the courtesy of some character names according to who are playing these roles. Um, and Amber is another character in this film. I can't exactly remember who. I'm wanting to say Mikey Madison, her character in this movie. Um, so yeah, I thought that was just kind of interesting. I guess there's going to be more to follow here on that.
This isn't funny, Amber.
Would you like to play a game, Tara?
And this is where I would also like to step in and address some people who have been bitching. So one of the things that I did here, and I probably shouldn't have, but immersed myself in to Twitter today as far as the conversation about this trailer goes. So one thing that and honestly I'll say I didn't hear a lot of complaining. But one thing that I did hear from people, I don't want to say a common complaint because like I said, there wasn't a lot of complaining. But one thing that I did see at least a handful of times was people saying that the Ghostface voice doesn't sound right. It sounds off. So to address that, it is the same guy, Roger Jackson, who's been doing the voice in every single iteration of the film thus far. Even did that really shitty season 3 of the TV show that they did, and that was awful. But nevertheless, so this is also something I've been hearing a lot of people saying about the new Chucky TV series to kind of jump back into that. Um, about Brad Dourif voicing Chucky in the new TV series. It's like at the end of the day, I think a lot of the reason of why people are thinking that they sound different is because these guys are getting pretty old. Um, and it's they're obviously they're gonna sound different. Um, Now personally, I think I dig the voice here. I have no gripes about it whatsoever. But it's like I was saying earlier today. It's like we probably should enjoy the time we have left with some of these voice actors and actors instead of complaining about them sounding slightly different with old age. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe it was a pet peeve, but it certainly pissed me off. But We'll continue.
Doors unlocked. All doors locked.
So obviously, there's I guess Ghostface tool chest has been upgraded a little bit here, which I mean, I guess you kind of have to because when the first movie was made, you know, pretty much the entire thing was over the phone, over landline phones. And that's one thing that I think Scream has had a little difficulty with, especially after Scream 3. Uh, Scream 4, like, it had a lot of issues with, like, how do we address the new technology that exists? Um, so I'm at least actually kind of glad to see that they're doing something different involving updated technology, but at the same time, I don't think they're doing anything quite as goofy as, say, like, the voice changer from the third one, whereas this technology doesn't really even exist today. Also, like I said earlier that I felt like there was a lot of misdirection here. So with this one, it really looks like Jenna Ortega, that's the actress here, is going to be your opening kill. After she was kind of portrayed as potentially one of the leads in this film. So on one hand, it does kind of have the Drew Barrymore feel to it, where the first film was kind of promoted as she's the star of the film and she dies in the first 10-15 minutes. So that could be what's going on here. On the other hand, I think there probably could be some misdirection. There's going to be some verbiage here used in a minute where they say that there have been 3 attacks. So that really doesn't specify whether anyone's actually been killed or not. So I think I mean, there's the possibility here of looking at the first ever opening attack instead of an opening kill. But like I said, I think there's a lot of misdirection here. Which good. I say good because, you look at a trailer like, I guess Halloween Kills would be a good idea for a more recent trailer that really does show a lot. And especially, I guess they're really appealing to the casual moviegoer, obviously. But to anyone with a trained eye who's watched these movies and really enjoys them, you pick up on certain things. And I think that given the history this franchise has had with internet leaks and, other than just leaks, people finding things out on their own through trailers. I remember when Scream 4 came out, I pretty much had to swear off Reddit because they had figured out pretty much the entire plot and the killers just based off the trailer. And it was pretty accurate, actually. But yeah, we'll jump back in here.
Doors unlocked.
So basically, that does look like an opening kill. I'll say that. But once again, I think misdirection is afoot here. Let's see here. Let me jump to the chat for a second here. As the characters get older, to me, it makes sense if the voice changes with time. Yeah, I mean, sure. It's just one of those things that people are going to nitpick about, honestly, and I think it improves upon the quality of the story. Actually, Frank says it may just be me. I like the change with technology, kind of like the Mark Hamill Chucky. I mean, I'm not totally opposed to, like, the Mark Hamill Chucky, for example. I mean, I think my biggest gripe with that was just stripping him of any and all personality. I didn't really have much of a, I made fun of the whole, ET finger thing or whatever because that's kind of like what he was doing. But that really wasn't my issue. My issue was really just stripping away all the character away from Chucky and just making him an AI. Um, but yeah, I mean, I embrace technology in these type of films to a certain degree, as long as it's not overdone and extremely gimmicky. Then yeah, I'm totally good with that. Um, I like how we get the feel of it being more present and presenting the timeline without actual dates. Yeah, well, see, once again, the trained eye. I don't know what year, but if you look earlier on the landline that she got a call from, which by the way, who the fuck still has a landline in 2021? But I'll digress. It does say 9/23, I believe. So I guess this story is going to be taking place in late September. As far as what year, generally these movies are pretty accurate to the year they come out. They kind of live in the present, so I would assume it would probably be 2021 or 2022. But yep, here's the star. Here, let's jump back in.
Hello?
It's happening. 3 attacks so far. Do you have a gun?
I'm Sydney Prescott. Of course I have a gun.
First of a few already awesome soon to be iconic lines. That's good shit. I like that. But yeah, you're getting a look at some of the surviving cast members, I guess I should say surviving characters, coming into the story here. And once again, I got to point out that the character of Dewey there did indicate these were attacks. 3 people had been attacked. So I think that's left vague intentionally.
Something about this one just feels different.
Also, the kid there, I don't remember his name. Maybe Kyle Gallner sounds right. He was in the Nightmare remake they did, that awful movie. But the dude's giving me some pretty heavy Billy Loomis vibes. Like they went as far as to alter his hair to even kind of have the same bangs and the same length. I think this guy is. I'm pretty sure that actor has very short hair, so I'm not sure if that's a wig or something he grew out specifically for the movie. But I've never seen him wear his hair that way, so that stuck out to me. Considering Skeet Ulrich's character from the first one, I'm once again not sure there's any connection there or if it's an homage or whatever, but it's definitely something there. Right, attacks, not murders. So once again, I think there's some foolery, some trickery at hand. David Arquette looks like he is a survivor. His makeup, though subtle, is nicely done. Yeah, I'll say he looks more gritty than he's looked in any other film. Over the years, I guess the character has kind of lost that goofiness, I guess is the best word to describe him. He's become a little bit more like battle hardened, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, he definitely has that quasi retired look about him.
Samantha? I know who you are. I've been through this a lot. This is your life now, which means that whoever this is going to keep coming for you.
I love this shot, by the way. Yeah, she has been through this a lot, provably so. And you kind of get a little feel there for the new cast. They kind of zoom to some faces, and this shot here is, I mean, holy shit, that's beautiful. Like when I found out who was directing this movie, because my number one concern when I first found out that they were going to do another Scream movie, who's directing? Because obviously Wes Craven passed away, 6 years ago at this point. So who's directing? I mean, obviously you can get Kevin Williamson back to do something. He's producing, by the way. Obviously you've got, all the cast that have survived in the films are still alive. Wes is really the only factor here that kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. So when they went with the decision for the Radio Silence guys, Matt Bettinelli Olpin and Tyler Gillette, I believe his name is, I immediately went back and checked out some of their work. And the first thing that I watched was probably the best thing that I could have watched from them. It's a movie called Ready or Not. And if you haven't seen it, it kind of puts you at ease that these guys kind of understand that kind of filmmaking that Scream did. It is an awesome shot. But yeah, so I'll say this, looking at what I'm seeing in this trailer, this movie shot really well. So I will say, even after the trailer, I've grown more confidence in these guys to pick up the mantle. Oh yeah, Ready or Not's awesome.
You ready? For this?
Okay, so first off, I really hope there's misdirection there with that one character being stabbed. Um, because why would you give that away in the trailer? So once again, I hope maybe there's some misdirection there because that is one of the more established characters in this film. Kind of hope they didn't give that one away. That's all I'm saying. But like I said, and I'll keep coming back to it because that's the one thing that this trailer really puts in my head is misdirection. And I think they're doing a lot of that in this trailer. The filmmakers had said a while back that they were really scared to release the trailer because they didn't want to give much away. So I think that there was definitely some forethought put into how this trailer was going to be assembled and how they were going to toy with us. Another good line of dialogue between Nev Campbell and Courtney Cox there. Dewey suspiciously missing. I don't like that. But what I do like is this shot right here. Obviously, this looks like the house from the original, Stu's house. What at least most people perceive to be our new final girl here. The actress is Melissa Barrera. Once again, like how well is this movie shot? And you can already tell by watching the trailer that this is gonna be fun to watch from a cinematography point of view.
There's certain rules to surviving.
The attacks were all on people related to the original killers.
Sad, no Randy there to hand out the rules. I guess Dewey's kind of inherited this. So another thing that was said there that was that all the attacks, possibly the 3 that were mentioned earlier in the trailer, were attacks on people who were, and let's take this back because I want to be really careful about how this is worded.
Rules to surviving.
The attacks were all on people related to the original killers.
So the attacks on all the people, they were related to the original killer. So obviously that is a reference to Billy and Stu. So related could be blood relative or it could be related to them in some shape, way, form, or fashion, I'm assuming. Once again, I believe there's some misdirection here. What? I don't know exactly. And related is a word that could be used to could be familial or not. So once again, there's a little toying with the verbiage here, and I think there's misdirection. So it's really hard for me. Like normally, this is the part as a fan of any franchise. You know how fanboys or fangirls of franchises, they see these trailers and they start trying to piece together what they think is going to happen in the movie. So that's a little hard to do when I feel like I am being misled as much as I am.
Whatever his link is to our past, it's pulled us all back here. And I won't sleep until he's in the ground.
So we get a shot there of Marley Sheldon, who's returning from 4. Pretty much, I think the only confirmed returning character who isn't a part of the whole core 3 there of David Arquette, Courtney Cox, and Nev Campbell. It was said, and there was some, I guess, leaked information that and I forget her name. I can't remember it off the top of my head. That the actress who had played Randy's sister from Scream 3 would be returning. And more than likely that is true. I think 2 of the characters actually have the same last name, the Meeks last name. So it's more than likely true. But yeah, there's also a lot of Dewey battling Ghostface in this, which also does not put me at ease very well. I've been a Dewey fan for a while now, so I'm one of the few people who feel as if Gale's arc is more complete than his is, and that given that the actor himself, David Arquette, he'll keep doing these as long as they're making them, I believe, at this point. And Courtney Cox kind of wanted out the last film. I think it would probably be more of a wiser move to off her character and keep Dewey around, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. Unfortunately. And there's a lot to take in there. All right, let me go back here and see if I can actually do this little by little. So that's a really good shot. Also, definitely Stu's house from the original movie, no question about that. I don't think. Let's see here. These are really quick succession shots. So there's my boy Dewey. He could use your thoughts and prayers right now, ladies and gents. Thoughts and prayers. Not looking good. But once again, could be misdirection. Who knows? Pretty cool shot of Ghostface there. There's Jack Quaid, who is also in this movie. And it's going to be hard to get there. But yeah, this is one I actually tweeted about earlier. This kind of, and once again, take the shit I say with a grain of salt. This is just my interpretation. We could totally be being misdirected. But to me, this looks like Gale arriving on the scene, finding Dewey is gone. And then, unfortunately, all indicators point to this being David Arquette's last Scream movie. I hope, once again, that's that aforementioned misdirection. Let's see if I can scoot through a little bit more here. So that's actually a pretty brutal scene there, where you see Ghostface step on this leg here and snap it in half, basically break their leg. It kind of looks like, on first glance, I thought that was part of the opening kill, and looking at what they're wearing, it definitely could be Jenna Ortega. So this could be another scene for at least what many are perceiving as the opening kill. Let's see. I'm sure there's at least one more thing I wanted to look at here. Yeah, and see, there you go. Same shirt. You kind of catch it. I think that's. I'd go ahead and confirm that's probably the case. There is something I don't think we've ever seen, save for maybe an explosion in Scream 3, which is a character on fucking fire. What a way to go. And it kind of looks like this may once again be inside of Stu's house from the original movie. Is Sid on fire? No, I think right here, this is definitely Sydney. You see the coat, the hair matches up. I think this is someone on the other side of this this bar or table or whatever it is here in the middle. But that's definitely someone on fire. As far as who that is, I do not know. I've heard a lot of people, churning the rumor mill on who it is, but I don't see anything that really puts me in mind of any specific character. Yeah, I mean, I guess it could be one of the killers. It's a good point. I don't know. Let's see. Was there anything else here in these quick scenes? Jasmine Savoy Brown there looks like she's about to catch a knife to the face. We see Sydney entering once again the old Stu's house from the first movie. So I guess I'll end us on this chef's kiss. Wow, awesome ending line for this trailer.
Hello, Sydney. It's an honor.
So there it is. That is the first Scream 5, as I still call it, or Scream 2022, whatever you want to call it. That's the first trailer. Does it give away a lot? Maybe. We don't know yet. Like I said, I feel like with this franchise's history of misdirection in trailers and doing that intentionally because of the fandom, just incessantly searching out information anywhere they can get it from, I got a feeling there is some misdirection in this thing. So I'm not really sold on it gave away too much just yet. I may not be sold on that until I actually finish watching the movie in its entirety. But yeah, There it is. There's the first trailer, the first of many, and they really have started to finally promote this thing. I honestly felt like they were really taking a long time to get things into gear. But it looks like between that they had like an Airbnb thing going on where you can stay in the old house. They have the trailer obviously dropping, 2 posters dropping. I think there's a filter of Ghostface on like Snapchat or something. I think the Ghostface character is coming to Call of Duty. There's a lot of promotional material finally dropping. About damn time. And yeah, I think you're going to be seeing a whole lot more of this. This trailer trended #1 on YouTube today. Trended #1 on Twitter today. So it actually did blow up. I kind of anticipated that it would, but I kind of, you never know, especially when the last entry was over a decade ago and didn't exactly do very well at the box office. But yeah, I was glad to see this was trending everywhere, all over the internet today, in various places, and I'm pretty damn happy with the outcome for this trailer. We know a little bit more, but it leaves you asking yourself, how much do you really know about this movie? So yeah, I guess that's gonna be about it for me. Just only I could talk about a 2-minute trailer for a half an hour. Fuck yeah. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. I am going to await my email from YouTube telling me that this video has been claimed by Paramount Pictures, and then I'm going to complain about it to them. So I hope you all have a an exciting evening like I'm about to. Thank you all for dropping by. If you check this out later on, let me know in the comments. What do you think about this trailer? What do you think about some of my observations? Do you think I'm way off? Maybe you agree with me? I don't know. Maybe a handful of you. But yeah, other than that, give it a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks everyone for joining me.